Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm Jarna Hector. Coming up, Integrity Commission's 2012 report is revealed, the Northeast Comprehensive School receives infrastructural attention, and the International Labour Organization facilitates a project and business writing workshop. Stay with us for details of these and other stories when National Focus returns.
Documentaries and in-depth discussions, community walkthroughs, and Yes We Care. See it all on GIS Channel 7.
Welcome back. Personnel from small and medium enterprises here are getting better equipped on how to move their businesses forward. On Tuesday, participants from a number of organizations began a 3-day workshop on project and business writing. The workshop has been organized by the Cooperative Division as part of activities marking the International Year of Cooperatives. It is being facilitated by the International Labour Organization, the ILO. Permanent Secretary Esther Thomas at Tuesday's opening ceremony encouraged participants to make maximum use of this learning opportunity.
So you should count yourself very privileged and a great opportunity to enhance your skills, to enable you to do proper business plans, proper project plans, and sharpen your mind as it relates to business entrepreneurship. And so I hope you will see this opportunity as very timely, an opportunity that you will consider critical for your own development as well as for enhancing your own work environment.
ILO Specialist in Sustainable Enterprise Development and Job Creation, Trinidadian Kelvin Sargent, is in Dominica facilitating this week's workshop. Sargent says this workshop is a follow-up to an entrepreneurship workshop conducted last July.
The aim of the workshop is really to do a number of things. One, it's the second stage from my being here earlier in the year. So we kind of increasing the value chain, so to speak. We did some work on entrepreneurship and now we're increasing the value chain. We want to teach you how to do a number of things. We want how to write a proper business plan and how to write a proper project plan. Because as business people, as entrepreneurs, at some point in time you will have to write a business plan, you'll have to write a project plan. If you go into a bank, all right, they will ask you for a business plan. If you go into any kind of business endeavor and you go in for financing, anybody, whether you're in the private sector, whether you're in the public sector, and the PS will tell you, even government, when government is going to the bank for financing or an international agency, they have to go with some kind of project plan or some kind of business plan that seeks to explain everything about your company, all right, everything about your revenue and your expenditure, because at the end of the day, your lender, whoever that lender may be, would want to be appraised of your business or your country, if it's the country borrowing from an international agency, and of course to be assured that you can repay what you are borrowing. So that it is important to understand how to write a good business plan, how to write a good project plan. And secondly, there is a difference between project writing and business writing. It's not the same. Okay? And therefore I will teach you and walk you through the template how to do business writing, and then we'll walk you through a template how to do a project, how to write a project, what are the essential elements of a good project.
While the government is an important partner in business development, Sargent is hoping that through this workshop, the enabling environment will be created to allow businesses to flourish.
We want to remind people of the importance of business development or the importance of businesses to development. The government can't create employment and produce jobs and provide jobs and so on, but the government can't do it all alone. All right, the government may not have the resources to do it all alone. And therefore, it's a critical role. There's an important role for entrepreneurship, for business development in any country. And therefore, the role of government should be, to provide the enabling environment within which businesses can go and flourish, within which the SME sector can go and flourish. And therefore, this workshop, therefore, is designed as an input from the state, from the government, in assisting, providing the kind of skills and environment to harness you, to assist you in development of yourself to be successful business people.
The 3-day workshop being held at the Public Service Union building on Valley Road will come to a close on Thursday, December 6th. Meanwhile, a strong appeal has been made to builders, contractors, and other people involved in the construction industry to consider being part of the Builders and Contractors Association of Dominica. The association, with the assistance of the Dominica Coalition of Services Industries, is seeking to revamp the industry, which has been dormant for a while. At a press conference on Monday, interim president of the Builders Contractors Association of Dominica, Kelvin Henderson, called on all concerned parties within the construction industry to register as members of the association, as well as to attend its upcoming general meeting carded for Thursday, December 6th at the Fort Young Hotel.
In this industry, regulation is very important. And often, as I said, that they are builders, they are contractors, and they are construction workers. In order to offer a business, it's very important that people know who is the right person to go to. If you need a contractor, what type of people? If you need a builder, what type of service you expect, and if you need just a construction worker, who to go to also. So on this backdrop, we are inviting all people in the construction industry to this special meeting on the 6th of December. But in all, we also ask them to register to be part of the association.
Henderson further explained that it is essential for any organization to have a home, and this is why the association is working on formalizing its operations.
The registration can take place at the DCSI office on 14 Hanover Street in the building formerly known as the Grand Bazaar. It's at the back, at the upstairs. Many people may ask, why register? But it's important to have a home and have people that you can speak to, and also people who can articulate your position or your concerns in the industry, because everybody cannot operate by themselves.
Henderson has urged interested parties wanting to provide a service to register and make a special effort to be at Thursday's meeting. He says interested people will have two options for obtaining membership.
We have two sets of members. We have ordinary members who are people in the construction field, and we have associate members. Ordinary members are the ones who actually provide construction service and who is the ones that will guide the standards and the regulations for the industry. Associate members are those who are the suppliers, engineers, architects, and quantity surveyors. It's only the ordinary members can vote. And not just only register, you have to pay a fee for your registration. So you can pick up the application form at the DCSI office, and you will go through the form, and you will choose or select which level you intend to enter at in the Construction Association.
The special meeting of the Builders and Contractors Association of Dominica is carded for the Fort Young Hotel on Thursday, December 6th from 5 p.m. And the Integrity Commission's 4th annual report for the operational year, which ended August 2012, was presented to Parliament last week. The report was tabled by Minister for Legal Affairs, Honorable Ian Douglas. The Integrity Commission reports that 164 persons in public life were required to file declarations by April 2, 2012, under the Integrity in Public Office Act of 2003. According to the report, 96% complied, with 4% filing late. Those persons were reported to the Director for Public Prosecutions. According to the Integrity Commission's report, 44 queries were issued and a number of interviews held. Also, the members of the Integrity Commission were changed, beginning with the new Commissioner, Vanuls John Charles, who was appointed on June 11, 2012. Chairman Julian Johnson, along with Alec Lazar and Gerald Smith, were appointed for their second 3-year terms. The other members as of August 2012 are Anthony Laronde, Gerald Smith, Henry Dyer, and Davidson Bruni. The report states that all outstanding court matters regarding failure to file declarations for income for the year 2009 were resolved during operational year 2012. According to the Integrity Commission's website, integritycommission.gov.dm, The vision of the organization is a nation free of corruption and governed by persons in public life who are imbued with the highest standard of integrity. In other news, the Ministry of Education has been paying much attention to improving the learning environment at the Northeastern Comprehensive School. GIS News met with Senior Planning Officer in the Ministry of Education, Ted Serra, on Tuesday to discuss the recently completed works at the Northeast Comprehensive Secondary School. Serra first explained that all of the school's windows were replaced.
The original windows were customized windows. They were PVC, and part of the reason why we had to use PVC was because of the high saline concentration in the atmosphere. So anything else that could have handled it would have been pretty expensive, secondly, it would have corroded very quickly. So we use PVC. Under the advice, of course, of the consultants on the project.
According to Sarah, that move was necessary because of excessive tampering that rendered the old windows faulty. The new ones are tamper-resistant, child-friendly, and have the ability to withstand the salty eastern air. The material and installation cost the Ministry of Education about $230,000. Another project recently completed at the Northeast Comprehensive School was the construction of an all-weather walkway for the convenience of teachers and students.
It's an all-weather walkway. It protects particularly during rains, when the teacher, because there's an unusual distance between the administrative block and the classroom, and therefore I'm sure they felt that this was an absolute essential as they move. So during rains, you don't have this interruption or long delay getting to the classrooms.
The Senior Planning Officer also revealed that an additional block was erected on the school compound that will be commissioned by the next school year.
We just completed last school year the T block. That is a block at the back of the school that is designed to do auto mechanics and woodwork and also technical drawing. We also, at the same time we were doing that, we also completed a walkway. This one is not covered. This one is not going to be covered. A walkway between the administrative block and that block to allow very easy and clean access to that building once they start using it. They've not started using it, but we're hoping in the next school year, because we've actually sent several people to train under the Dominica Education Enhancement Project, and they're beginning to return. And so by next school year, they'll be here, and they'll be installed at the school, and therefore the program there will begin.
Sarah noted that graffiti at the Northeast Comprehensive School is proving to be a concern, and a fresh coat of paint will soon be necessary to enhance the learning environment. Furthermore, the Ministry of Education reports that a courthouse was completed at the Mount Prosper Primary School as recently as Tuesday morning. That project cost the Ministry of Education $191,000. Sarah believes it is important for students, faculty, and residents to claim the learning institutions in their communities as their own and therefore look after it like their own.
My expectation is that people will take care of the building, because the public assets are ready for our use, and once they've been passed on to us, the expectation is that people will take care of them. And when we have examples of school communities where they take very good care of their school buildings, like Jones Beaupier, Will Strathmore Stevens, Pierre Charles Secondary School, Paybush Primary School, all of those schools. You go to those schools and you're amazed how well kept they are, and you expect that once assets like these are given to people for their use, they don't see it as government's property, but as community property that should be used and preserved for as long as possible for the purposes for which they were intended.
Finally, this news time, leader of the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Minister Luce is not too optimistic that the United States will be able to come out of its current fiscal situation anytime soon. Luce Farrakhan, who ended an official visit to Dominica on Monday, said the United States did not benefit from a stimulus package negotiated several years ago, hence the current financial crisis. The leader of the Nation of Islam is concerned that if that problem is not solved, then a greater depression may be in sight.
Brother Barack Obama, well, even before him, President Bush had a stimulus package of several $100 billion, and I don't think anyone knows where that money went. And when Barack became president, almost instantly he had to borrow $800 and some odd billion, and we would have thought that Main Street and Back Street would have benefited from that stimulus package, but Wall Street were the beneficiaries of that package, and still America is $16 trillion in debt and counting. And I'm not sure that she will come out of this economy, and if the fiscal cliff that America is facing by the end of December, the 1st of January, if they don't solve that problem, they are saying that a greater depression will befall America. And if America goes down and the dollar falls, the whole world will feel the economic loss of America as an economic power.
The U.S. economy is currently experiencing its worst crisis since the Great Depression. The crisis started in the home mortgage market and is now spreading beyond subprime to prime mortgages, commercial real estate, and other forms of debt. Total losses of U.S. banks could reach as high as 1/3 of the total bank capital. The crisis has led to a sharp reduction in bank lending, which in turn is causing a severe recession in the U.S. economy. And that's the English segment of the news. We now join McPherson St. Luce for the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, travail qui prend place bien formidable à un projet chimique Castle Comfort. Membre parlement Honorable Ambrose George visité le projet là check temps qui passé.
Le projet ça c'est un chimie nous a fait en Wallhouse. C'est un chimie qui a sorti hors Castle Comfort avait passé en Wallhouse. OK, ça dit Castle Comfort Wallhouse Link Road. C'est un chimie qui était croisé avec nous trouver l'argent hors ministre finance pour faire chimie ça. C'est un travail là de peut-être calé pour 3 semaines actuellement avec aller bien avec ces résidences là hors Wallhouse bien apprécié chimie ça qui a rangé actuellement. C'est un chimie qui a demandé pour ranger pendant longtemps, mais ça nous ne pouvons être depuis pour nous taper l'argent pour faire travail là. Avec nous recevoir l'argent ça avec travail là qui marché tout de suite.
En autre nouvelle, plusieurs d'autres chimie qui a tapé attention au gouvernement Dominique. Parole celle-là sortie au ministère Public Works, Honorable Ribbon Blackmore.
Avant Eggleston, nous avons bâti un maçon là. Nous ne pouvons faire certain aussi nous avons dépensé plus de $1 million en délice. Nous savons nous pouvons vivre à délice pour manger chimie là. Voilà nous mauvais chimie aussi. Mais comment ça demande déjà? À présent, la terre est bien difficile. Nous savons qu'un gouvernement, nous pouvons mettre l'entrée en chimie. Depuis nous bon chimie, ou qu'à attracter business, moun ça conduit les affaires à des environnement primaire. So, ça m'a dit, Dominique, you ne peux pas whatever pour me ministre scared de parti Labour Party, gouvernement Labour Party. Puis c'est pas les pièces gouvernement Dominique Jawé qui a mis l'entrée bagay qui a affecté la vie dominicaine. Nous avons des gens pour pour patience.
Division coopérative qui a un workshop 3 jours qui a mis attention à ces manières pour équiper projet qui est bien soutenable. Workshop cela qui est ouvert en Dominique Jodéa, qui a facilité par officier IL ou Kelvin Sargent. Participants qui ont sorti de divers départements et institutions paysannes. Monsieur Renick Toussaint, c'est officier division coopérative.
Nous avons un expert qui descend pour un workshop en les affaires productivity, avec comment vous faire project, comment matcher project, dans le cas de project writing, avec pour PEP coopérative, monde qui en affaires coopératives, Dominique, avec nous avons une conférence qui est tripartite, conférence en workshop pour monde qui en affaires pour productivity, ça y est monde gouvernement, private sector, gouvernement, avec nous aussi.
Et puis finalement, étudiant l'école secondaire où là, il y a une examination CXC, qui a eu l'opportunité l'année prochaine pour participer à une bonne compétition Insurance Sagiko qui a organisé. Compagnie là qui a organisé ça à une manière, taper étudiant motivation en bagaille qui affecte les communautés ailleurs et puis comment ils ça adressé. Madame Cheryl Rule, c'est officier compagnie Sagiko.
Je suis bien excité puis ces enfants-là à l'école. Une fois, il n'y a pas même ça qu'il a fait là. Actuellement, il y a un projet qui a fait, et il a soumis pour Caribbean Science Foundation, et il y a GIS, et c'est partout, c'est dans tous les pays, toutes les îles des Caraïbes. Et so, moi, je voulais que Dominique gagne, parce que Dominique, c'est naturel, et je voulais un projet qui a fait, et puis Science, Technology, Engineering et Mathematics. Et mon frère Dominique est bien placé pour gagner prix ça là. Il a mené les enfants là étudiants là en Florida avec teacher yo et il a gagné $5,000 pour l'école là. So moi bien excité pour le projet là et nous voulons que tout le monde supporte yo. Tous ces enfants de l'école en sciences yo ça venir et travailler pour le projet ça là.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up is the tip of the day.
This is a serious message from the National HIV/AIDS Prevention Unit in collaboration with the St. Martin's Secondary School Drama Group.
Our tip today is about dealing with anger by seeking help. If your anger is spiraling out of control despite putting anger management techniques into practice, or if you're getting into trouble with the law or hurting others, you need more help. There are many therapists, classes, and programs for people with anger management problems. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. You'll often find others in the same shoes, and getting direct feedback on techniques for controlling anger can be tremendously helpful. And that's National Focus. As usual, we invite your suggestions or comments. Please feel free to drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm. Look us up on our GIS Dominica pages on both YouTube and Facebook. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Jarna Hector. Thank you for watching.